we got a little bit of excitement and speculation surrounding Aduro. So on Twitter, Carbonomics, who is a shareholder of Aduro, posted this 1-minute clip from Prospera presentation. And as you know, Prospera is working with Aduro on the oil side, and Prospera is a small player. And the CEO of Prospera might have said something that maybe he shouldn't have said. But since it's circulating on Twitter, we're going to listen to it, and I'm going to comment on it. So let's have a listen.
A question on the Aduro partnership. Phase 1 was planned to be completed by December 2023. Is that still the case? And if so, will we get an update in January 24?
Aduro's ability or Aduro's objectives are well received by especially bigger companies like Conoco and Shell. So there has been a very good demand.
So did you hear this? Conoco and Shell, and that's where he's getting the ConocoPhillips name here. So lots of demand, right? I'm just saying what he said.
On Shell. So there has or Aduro's objectives are well received by especially bigger companies like Conoco and Shell. So there has been a very good demand for their testing to see if they can appreciate the oil quality. So that they've been inundated with higher demand of testing. Meanwhile, we're a smaller company. We have made partnership. They're also testing, but they're a little bit delayed. And we do expect actually good results, I believe, because of all this demand with the larger companies that has a very good high interest in Aduro's ability. We expect little delays, but we expect some results earlier in the first quarter of next year.
Okay, so Prospera is a smaller player, and we've heard from the management of Aduro before that they have been flooded with interest from the big players. Ofer and Mina said it on my YouTube channel when I interviewed them. Flooded. So it's nice to hear from somebody else confirmation that yes, there's a lot of demand for Aduro testing of Aduro's technology by the big players. Now, when it comes to somebody asked me, can you confirm whether they are working with ConocoPhillips? Well, ConocoPhillips is obviously a huge company, right? And can I confirm this? Well, if you look at the press release on October 11, Aduro Clean Technologies welcomes new participants to its customer engagement program. And within the press release, it says Aduro is excited to announce the addition of 2 new participants to its customer engagement program. The confidential participants are global leaders with billions of dollars in annual sales, representing a significant influence in the chemical and plastic sectors and extending into the global energy market. So I want to highlight the confidential, because even if I wanted to confirm this, whether what Prospera CEO said is true or not, Aduro couldn't confirm this, even if it was true. And I don't know if it is true. I didn't reach out to the management if it is true, because those agreements are confidential. And it is a requirement for the company to keep it confidential, right? So we can all speculate and get excited, but there's no way that, to confirm this. Prospera CEO used 2 names, Shell and ConocoPhillips. Shell, we know Shell is involved because there was a press release that Aduro has been admitted to the Shell Game Changer program, And then there was a press release updating us that they've completed the first 3 steps out of 6. So we know that the shell is in the picture. The Shell allowed Aduro to press release Shell's name. The other players, 2 participants, the names are confidential. So for us, I mean, yes, it would be nice to know the names, but isn't it enough for now? We have it here in the press release. The confidential participants are global leaders with billions of dollars in annual sales. I mean, what else do we need? Billions of dollars. There are not that many companies out there with billions of dollars in the annual sales in the sector that is interested, right? In Aduro's technology. So does it really matter if it's, player X or player B or player C? Like, they have billions of dollars in annual sales. It is a big deal. And now we have 2, per this press release on October 11, 2 multi-billion-dollar companies that are testing Aduro's technology. And I mentioned in another video that there's another multi-billion-dollar player in the oil space, right? That 80% of the work was already done, and they're waiting for the R2 for bitumen to be finished so that they can finish the other 20%. From our point of view, yes, it's nice to speculate, and I'm sure people are going to get all excited. ConocoPhillips, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to confirm this. You can get all excited, speculate. For me, what's important is that I got 3 multi-billion-dollar companies. At some point, the names hopefully are going to be released. Probably more multi-billion-dollar companies are going to come in. As the Prospera CEO said in the video, Aduro is flooded with interest for testing its technology. And because of that, testing for Prospera, which is a smaller player, is probably going to get a little bit delayed because, there's, certain work has to be done. There's priority. Aduro is flooded with interest. So that's what's important for us. 3 multi-billion-dollar companies are involved. Shell is outside of that. Shell is multi-billion-dollar company number 4. Whether ConocoPhillips is the other one, I don't know. I'm not going to verify it. I don't really care because multi-billion-dollar companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. And at some point, I think when the names are going to start getting released, yes, it's going to be, huge for the name, but until we see the name, we have to respect that it's confidential.